Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into a really foundational guide. It's helped tons of people sort out their finances. David Bach's Smart Women Finish Rich.
Yeah, and our mission here really is to pull out the biggest, most useful insights from this book. It's all about financial independence, especially with women in mind. We want to give you a kind of clear path forward, maybe some surprising facts to help you build real, lasting wealth and, truly get a handle on your money. Doesn't matter where you're starting from.
That's spot on. I mean, fundamentally, Smart Women Finish Rich is a personal finance book, sure. But what really sets it apart, I think, is how Bach directly addresses the unique financial situations women often find themselves in.
Like what specifically?
Well, things like maybe career breaks, the pay gap reality, living longer. He builds strategies around those things. It's genuinely about empowering women to navigate those specific challenges and build, solid financial security. And it seems like it's not just about the dollars and cents, right? He kind of mixes the practical money advice with figuring out what you actually value, showing you how to make your money moves line up with your big life goals. So, yeah, okay, let's unpack Bach's whole approach here and see what really makes it tick.
Okay, so one of the things that really hits home from the book isn't just, hey, women can build wealth. It's that Bach basically says it's essential, like really essential. He makes a powerful case for why it's not just, good advice, but almost a survival strategy.
Right, because women often live longer, might earn less overall, maybe step out of the workforce for kids or parents. So having your own financial independence isn't just nice to have. Bach argues it's crucial for your security, your freedom down the line.
Yeah, he really hammers that point. Independent money equals independent power. Exactly. And what's so valuable is he doesn't just state the problems. He gives a really practical framework for dealing with them.
Yeah.
He points out, look, a lot of standard financial advice just doesn't map onto these unique life paths women often have. So it's about building a plan that works for your whole life, even if things change unexpectedly.
Right, right. And speaking of practical stuff, there's that concept everyone knows from this book, the Latte Factor.
Ah, yes, the Latte Factor.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's more than just a catchy name, isn't it? It's Bach's way of showing how those little, seemingly tiny daily costs, that regular coffee, maybe too many impulse buys online, they aren't just small leaks.
Yeah.
He actually shows the math, like how putting that $5 a day somewhere else can turn into hundreds of thousands over time.
It's pretty staggering when you see the numbers.
Yeah, it really highlights the power of just being consistent with small amounts.
And that connects back to the bigger idea, right? It's consistency that builds wealth, maybe more than like one big windfall. Bach isn't saying you have to make miserable sacrifices. He's saying just consistently shift small amounts, which, makes you think if a daily $5 habit has that kind of impact.
Yeah.
Well, what other little expenses are we maybe not even noticing? Things we could redirect to our bigger goals.
That's exactly it. And that leads into his next big point. Your money choices need to be deeply personal. He actually walks you through figuring out your real values, like what truly matters. Family, freedom, security, travel, some passion project. And then he shows you how to line up your spending, your saving, your investing directly with those core values. It stops being this generic chore, financial planning, and becomes more like a custom blueprint for the life you actually want, not just piling up money for no reason.
I think that values-based approach is really the secret ingredient in the book. Gives you the why, the personal reason behind every money decision.
Right, makes it
Yeah, it totally shifts things. It's not some dry exercise anymore. It becomes this tool you use to actively build a life that feels, genuinely fulfilling. When your money matches your values, you're way more likely to stick with the plan, obviously, but you're also building the life you really envision.
Okay, so to make that practical, how does he suggest organizing it? He talks about baskets, right?
Yeah, the baskets.
Yeah.
It's a clever way to think about it. It's not just a metaphor. It helps you sort your financial goals. Make sure you're covering different needs from like immediate safety nets to those long-term dreams. It shows how money does different jobs for you.
Okay, break that down. What are the baskets?
So first up is the security basket. This is your absolute foundation. Bach really emphasizes building up a solid emergency fund first, getting the right insurance, paying down that nasty high-interest debt.
So the stuff that lets you sleep at night.
Exactly. It's your immediate financial safety net. So if something unexpected happens, car breaks down, you lose your job for a bit, it doesn't throw your entire life off track.
Makes sense. That security piece is, well, it protects everything else you're trying to build.
Like Bach says, without that strong base, one surprise expense can just totally derail you from your other goals. It's about building financial resilience, basically. being ready for life's curveballs.
Okay, so after security, what's next?
Then you focus on the retirement basket. This is where that long-term magic, compound interest really does its work.
Right, the snowball effect.
Yeah. Bach recommends consistently putting away, say, 10 to 15% of your income into tax-advantaged accounts. Things like your 401k at work or an IRA, maybe a Roth IRA. These are designed to help your money grow faster because you're either delaying taxes or, in some cases, avoiding them on the growth.
And the key thing he stresses here is starting early, right? Even if it's small amounts.
Absolutely crucial. He shows these really compelling examples, like how even pretty small but consistent contributions over decades could grow into serious, life-changing money, all thanks to compounding.
People really underestimate that exponential growth.
They really do. And Bach emphasizes that pay yourself first idea here too. Automate it. Make sure that money goes into your retirement accounts before you spend on other things. That gives it the maximum time to grow. He stresses that for women, especially because of potential career interruptions, time in the market is often way more important than trying to time the market.
Okay, security, retirement.
What's
Here's
this?
the last basket.
The dream basket. And this is the fun one. This is where Bach helps you actually fund those personal goals that go beyond just basic survival and retirement, the things that bring you joy, meaning
Like what?
could be anything really. That dream trip you always wanted to take, going back to school, starting a side business based on a passion, even, setting aside money for charitable giving, that's important to you.
It makes the whole financial planning thing feel less like homework and more empowering, exciting. It connects your money directly to what you actually aspire to do and be.
Exactly. And this basket really brings it back to that values-based planning we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It makes sure your plan isn't just about ticking boxes or worrying about the future. It's also about actively funding the experiences, the pursuits that make life richer now. You're planning for a good present and a secure future.
So, okay, as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, the big message from Smart Women Finish Rich seems pretty clear. It's really an empowering call, isn't it, for women to grab the reins of their financial lives.
Absolutely. Take charge.
Yeah, and align every money decision, big or small, with what truly matters to them. To build a future that's not just secure, but genuinely fulfilling. And it's a powerful reminder that consistency, those small, deliberate steps, day after day, that's what really builds significant wealth over time.
And I think the sources really hammer home one final lesson. You absolutely have to prioritize your own financial independence. Doesn't matter if you're married, single, whatever your family situation is. It's not about depending on someone else. It's about you proactively building your own solid financial foundation, one that can handle whatever life throws your way.
Yeah, it really shifts the definition of wealth, too. For Bach, it's clearly way more than just a number in a bank account. It's about designing and living a life that actually reflects what you care about. Smart women, as he puts it, don't just wish for financial freedom. They take those consistent daily actions towards it. They understand every little choice adds up. Which, leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If that $5 coffee redirected can genuinely turn into hundreds of thousands over a lifetime, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it, what other small, maybe seemingly insignificant daily habits or tiny consistent contributions in your life? What could you redefine or maybe automate right now to speed up your own path towards financial security and, that dream life you want? Something to think about. That's it for this deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us.